The soul's journey on earth. You are traveling through time and space, engaged in a long journey of return to your ancient home. In this life and beyond, this journey continues. It is not a journey you make just for yourself. It is a journey you make for all those who have lost contact with the Creator of all life. It is a journey of separation and return. It is a journey towards a greater experience of your purpose and your destiny. When the separation from God began, you could not separate completely because a part of creation is within you and has stayed within you, and you cannot get rid of it. It is as if God goes along for the ride. Wherever you go, God is there within you and around you. Because God has remained within you, God's knowledge has remained within you. And this knowledge now is here to guide you, to protect you, and to lead you into a greater experience of life so that the separation within you may be dissolved. From the standpoint of knowledge within you, you are here on a mission. You have a great purpose for being here. You are a being from heaven who is part of the separation, who is now here to work towards your own self-discovery and redemption. To conceive of your life continuing beyond this into other arenas of life and other levels of service is really too much for most people to consider. So the idea of a judgment day is invented. But why would God judge you when God knows exactly why you are doing what you are doing? And when God understands that the world is a place of such immense difficulty and persuasion that without knowledge to guide an individual here, they would surely fall into error, sometimes grievous error. God is not going to punish you for living in a state like this. God is going to call you to come to knowledge within yourself so that you may have the power and the presence of God to guide you, to protect you, and to lead you forward. There is no judgment day then. This is something people invent because they want justice to be carried out in heaven, where it is not carried out on earth according to their notions of what justice should be. The idea of an angry God has been promoted over time in many traditions to force allegiance of belief, to frighten people into believing in a particular religious idea or doctrine. And so, over the course of time, people think they have to please God or they will face terrible consequences here on earth. But the truth is, they have entered a reality that is, by its very nature, extremely difficult and problematic, a reality that is unpredictable and, though it follows basic patterns, is quite chaotic. This is a physical universe that has been created as a place for the separated to live in a separate reality. It is wonderful and terrible, beautiful and frightening. It is attractive and, in some cases, repulsive. And yet, it is a place that requires contribution. It is a place of action. It is a place for giving. It is through this place that the soul must journey now. You are in the world for a greater purpose. You did not invent this for yourself. You cannot change this purpose, but how and if it will be experienced is up to the events of time and to your own decisions regarding it. So while your purpose is predetermined, the events of your life are not. Some people want to think that God is controlling all of the events of life But that is not true at all. God has set in motion the geological and biological forces that have shaped the evolution of life. But these forces are self perpetuating and do not require God's intervention. So, if the earthquake happens, it is part of the geological process. If famine and pestilence occur, it is largely the result of forces beyond your control. God is not punishing you, but this is a reality when you must choose. It is whether you choose reunion with God or separation from God. You choose this every day. You choose this in what you choose to think about, what you choose to believe in, and how you choose to respond to difficulties and decisions in life. It is like you have two voices in your mind. You may have more than two voices, but they all come down to being a voice for separation or a voice for reunion. Your surface mind, your mind that has been shaped by culture, by your family, by tradition, and by your response to a changing world. This mind must serve a greater mind within you if it is to become redeemed, and if its great abilities are to be utilized beneficially for your sake and for the sake of others. Your journey, then, is to return to the power and presence of knowledge. Or, said in other words, it is to become true to your deeper conscience, true to yourself, true to what you most deeply feel and know. If you go with knowledge, you will feel good and you will resonate with yourself. If you go against knowledge, you will be uncomfortable as if a betrayal has occurred. Here, there is no judgment day, there is only progress. You cannot return to your heavenly state full of anger, resentment, self judgment, and condemnation of others. You cannot return to your heavenly state full of indecision and ambivalence, with addictions and self destructive tendencies. You just simply cannot return in this state of mind. Your success in this life does not cast you to heaven or to hell, but sets you on the next stage of your journey. You will be given a greater level of service beyond this world. This may be service in this world or in other worlds. It may be service as a transcendent teacher, one of the unseen ones who guides those who are still living in form. Or you may return to the manifest world as a great teacher, as someone who has great promise to shed wisdom and guidance and resolution in another existence.